Hello, my name's Tom. That's Horus, obviously. My name is Tom. Welcome to the bunker, and today we're going to be talking about getting the most out of your Forgeworld resin. So, my friends and I at the local pub in the local area love the Horus Heresy, and I've got a Son's Horus army, and it's all plastic at the moment, but we're going to start playing the Siege of Chthonian when it comes out, and we're having really narrative, fun games, so I thought, hey, I'm going to buy Horus and wreck face with him. These models are beautiful, and, you know, you get an incredible miniature in the box, and after you have spent an astronomical amount of money for one model, because it's the Primarch of your Legion, you want to know how to work with it properly. So you've got giant great bits of resin stuck on them, and what do I do with it? I've spent lots and lots and lots of dollars or pounds, and I don't want to ruin it or wreck it or what it is. So I'm going to show you step by step how we deal with Forgeworld resin. So the first thing that we do, guys, is we open every part of the kit and we check all the components, and we are looking for any form of miscast. There's an aspect that this is a modeller's kit, so therefore there's an expectation you're going to have to do some form of work with it. However, I am of the belief that if you spend a substantial amount of money on a miniature, it should be relatively well made. I'm not even relatively, to be totally honest with you. It should just be well made. So, just all the bits out, and it's quite usual things to come off the sprue, that's fine. Keep these, by the way, they're fantastic for weathering. And we're going to check all the components. So he has a scenic base, nice and flat, that's the first thing that we were looking for. And I'm looking for any serious warps, defects, bubbles, that's fine. That's fine. And we'll go along the bottom, just look at this miniature. That is sick. So nice. So nice. Not nice when it's wrecking your entire army with a world breaker, but there you go. There's the Talon. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, Talon's got all its fingers. World breaker. Now, some things can have a bit of a bend to them. Now that's fine, okay? I'll show you how to deal with that. The components there. It's a rubber and wreckage. They're cool. So on to the next stage. So the way that resin miniatures are made, they're made in multi-part molds, silicon molds, and resin is poured from the top down. And if we take a look at our friend Horus here, he will actually be upside down in the mold. So he would sit upside down in the mold, resin would come in the top, and it fills through, and it fills him up like that. Brilliant. Lesson over. But when they come to opening the mold, they don't want to rip all the miniatures apart. And they obviously want to produce as many miniatures to a high standard as quickly as they can. It's a business at the end of the day, so they use mold releasants. Now, there's always, if you ever feel a resin miniature, there's always like a film on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to wash it. We're going to use an old toothbrush, but don't use your mum's or your brother's, you know, even unless you're 18. Resin's toxic. You know, we have a laugh on the channel, but it is toxic, so please don't use anyone else's toothbrush or your own. Yeah. Bowl. I'm going lukewarm water out the tap, bit of washing up liquid, and we're going to put them in soak, and we're going to give them a good scrub. Okay, so now that our resin components are all washed and dried, we come to actually cleaning them. And there's sort of three categories for cleaning, I think. Heavy detail components. So for like Horus's detail on the arm is incredible. That's why we've got a resin miniature. And we need to clean that in there without sort of destroying any detail. The way that I do that is use the base that it's on as a hold. And we're going to do in there with a craft knife. larger components which have larger sort of pour points connected to them, which we're going to take off with some clippers and then filing, and then fine detail. Delicate components like the talon of Horus here need to be connected and clipped off, but we really don't want to damage that connection point, so we're going to do that with clippers and then a knife. So one of the sort of main things to say: resin is highly toxic, don't breathe it in, wear a mask if you're filing, okay? But let's crack on. Okay, so now we're all tidy, cleaned up and so on and so forth. We come sticking together. Now we're going to use super glue with resin, okay? Super glue, that's what you need to use. Now I've really got into this ProFix glue. It's not cheap, but it's also gap filling, and it's very, very strong. As always, take time, less is more, and time to set, and apply pressure where you need to apply areas. But let's stick them together and see what we get at the end. Okay, so we're almost there with the construction. Beautiful miniature. The resin's come on leaps and bounds, it really has. Beautiful, beautiful miniature. But he's got a droopy world breaker. So this happens. Obviously they take them out of the mould. They need a bit of flexibility left in them or they snap. And unfortunately he's droopy. So there's two ways you can fix this. You can use a hairdryer if you want to, but heat is quite difficult to control with a hairdryer, just as an FYI. The method I'm going to use, I'm going to get a mug and I'm going to fill it with some hot water, and we're going to let the resin become malleable again, and we're going to slightly correct it. And there we go. So quite straight. We haven't got a droopy world breaker anymore, and he's built and ready. Now, because we followed all the steps, washing it, priming it properly, setting it up, like getting it ready for a prime, you can now paint this as you would a normal miniature. I would always rattle can undercut on. I know some people don't like that. That's my preference, and I like to build complete and paint, but that's another discussion for another topic, I guess. But anyway, I hope you found some interesting little tips in this one. Handling Forgeworld Resin, how to use it, how to be safe while you're using it, and also how to get the most out of it. Beautiful miniatures, we spend a lot of our hard-earned money on, so I do hope you've enjoyed it. Watch this space for more 30k, more hobby tips, and more general wargaming goodness. Until next time, I'm Tom, this is The Bunker, and happy hobbying.